Hello. Welcome in to our writing sprints. How are we doing tonight? How is our Saturday going? How's our day after Valentine's Day going? I'm dressed up for the occasion, even though I'm a day late, probably because I didn't dress up at all yesterday. It was a low-key, chill, pajamas only day. Today we're being cutesy and, celebrating with the ambiance and the lights. Beautiful. How are you guys doing? How did you guys spend your Valentine's Day? Were you like me? Stayed in? Did you go out? Did you have chocolate? Let me know. Welcome to our writing sprints. Yay! I actually was writing earlier today. I was working on, I don't know what chapter this is, a chapter. And I realized I wanted to change one of the kind of layouts in the chapter, like how the dialogue ended up progressing. So I ended up refixing that whole chapter ending, and I'm about to start a new chapter. And I have reached the end of my copy and paste edits in this book. So if anybody who's new here, I had an old draft of this book that I'm currently working on, and I'm like, you know what? Let's see if I like it. And so I've been working off of that, and so I've been copying and pasting into this new document as I'm editing and moving forward, and I have reached the end of what I had initially written, which was around 30,000-ish words. Currently, we are at 37,097, so yay! I'm excited. Really excited. I feel good about the progress. I feel good about everything with it, to be honest. So Project September, I think, is really actually going to come out in September. I was a little worried. I was going to start writing it and I would hate it, and but I do enjoy it. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Let me know what we're working on tonight. We're going to be sprinting for 4 sprints tonight, so 4 25-minute sprints, so we're going to see how much we can get done. I don't really have a target for what I'm gunning for. I do have a scene in mind that I would love to hit, but I'd have to write one scene. No. One scene. You know what? It might actually be the scene after this one. It's just a long scene. So I would love to be able to write it, but not totally sure. Hello, so grateful for the writing stream today. I'm using this time to work on my first master's program paper. Well, I'm glad you're here. Glad you could use it and be productive today. Yay, you've got it worked out. Best of luck on your first master's program paper. Fun. That's really cool. I went out and got some wine and pasta, then came back, went to bed by 7:30. Lovely. Nice little early morning. Yeah, I don't even think I had chocolate yesterday, to be honest. Didn't feel like Valentine's Day for some reason. Really didn't. Very tiring. I went to a trampoline park for my friend's birthday today. We went to get boba. She had blueberry lemon cake for her birthday. Trampoline park sounds so much fun. I've never been. I'm jealous. My family made a chocolate hazelnut tart and chocolate dipped strawberries yesterday for dessert. It was nice. That sounds lovely. That sounds so lovely. Found a proofread weekend, so I've been marathoning this final read. Heck yes. Taylor, how close are you to finishing? How close are you? Am I glitching? Let me know. I shouldn't be, but I kind of glitched on my end. Let me know if I'm glitching. But very fun. Very, very fun. Robin, hello. Welcome in. Hello. Ready to work on my young adult murder mystery today. Lovely. Glad you're here. Just woke up from a nap. I stayed home last week before I have a bad cough, except for Thursday. I did go to work, but I went back home and my mother told me I have the flu. I feel like the sickness has been going... The way that commercial looked back there, it looked very inappropriate. Whoa. Nope, it's just somebody laying on a burger bun. Wow, that looked... no, they don't show inappropriate things on YouTube ads, but my heart. I feel like the sickness has been going around this year. Everybody's getting it, and they're getting it hard. Hello, Ray. I'm finally getting some time to work on my book. I got chapter 1 done this morning, and I would like to brainstorm a few chapters. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm doing taxes. Not lovely, but needs to be done. Love that for you. Love that you're, being on top of it, getting on top of it. I have not. I have to send an email on Monday because I'm waiting on, they're not W-2s, but I don't know the 1099s. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest. I should know. It's fine. I'm waiting on one from a company, and that's what I'm waiting on to be able to file my taxes. So I need to email them and be like, hey, is it in the mail? Because usually every year they email me asking me to verify my information and like fill out a form. They didn't do that this year. So I'm like, hello. But it's okay. I know things kind of, I don't know, but then I will do mine. But for now, I'm in the limbo of like waiting to hear from them, and I'm like, and thinking about the taxes. I'm like, oh. It's one of those like you think about it and you feel sick when you think about it, but you're like, oh, I'll just worry about it later. Gotta do it now, Sarah. I'd like to get this video edited tonight. It's me going over beta reader feedback for my vampire romance. Awesome video. Cool, cool, cool. My mouse got stuck. I plan to finish a history essay tonight, hopefully work on any project I have. How much left do you have of your history essay? Stayed in. My kiddo birthday was Thursday. Sadly, he got sick, so mom duties came in early. I'm telling you, what is up with this? Everyone's sick lately. Although kids, it makes sense. Kids are kind of like always perpetually sick. But dang, sick on his birthday. We worked from 7:30 to 4 and was worn out. It snowed and there was a bunch of black ice, so we stayed in town. Gotcha. Probably the best. Setting the music to my vlog. Saturday is typically a video editing day. Awesome. Well, I love that you have a dedicated day for it. I feel like those kinds of things work very well for me. Like Sunday is my dedicated content creation and scheduling day. I feel like if I have a dedicated day for something, I do it every single week. And like I've been going strong with getting my content creation and stuff done every single week. So I'm like, yes, I feel good about it. So I love that you have a dedicated day for it. Trying to work more scenes into the second draft of my fantasy book. The world feels solid now, but I fear I dropped the ball on plot and romance. Hey, but that's okay. That's what editing's for. You just edit your way to where you want it, so that's totally okay. Sometimes, though, like getting the world solid is very, very difficult, especially for me, to be honest. So that's awesome that it feels solid for you. Tina, hello. I'm just a little over halfway through, so ready to have finishing this book off my plate. I bet. I'm excited. To hear like when you finish it, because we can celebrate together. I want to work on my oh goodness. I want to work on my story, but I keep zoning out and can't think. And one of my supervisors was out last week for the flu. See, I'm telling you, it's weird. But you know what? Maybe since you're recovering from being sick, maybe you just need to take a little bit of a relaxation day. Read a little bit, something fun, something that doesn't feel too taxing. Because if you can't focus, you don't want to force it, especially if you're in recovery. It was fun. It was also very busy, and there being a lot of little kid birthdays. One girl who turned 6 today attached herself to one of my friends, and that went. She did it to multiple people. I think that would be my problem with something like that, because I'm like, no, I'm not good with kids. I used to work at a daycare, so like I can be good, if I am put in charge of a child, but I'm not good with kids. Like if I'm not in charge of them, do you know what I mean? Like if a kid just came up to me, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like I don't think I'd be good with that. I think I would struggle. So that would be my one thing about going to some place that has like a lot of kids. I could see myself struggling. I'm gonna write multiple stories. Lovely. Fun. I'm excited to see how that goes for you. Are you gonna switch for every sprint then? I have maybe 1 or 2 paragraphs left. I have a little less than 200 words before I reach the max word count of 1,500. Gotcha. I feel like, do max word counts help you? Because I feel like that would be very helpful. I feel like it would be nice to like not have to go for forever. Like, you need to condense things, but I can see it could be tough too. So, hi, I just want to let you know I'm here watching. I'm just editing Lino edit. You're speaking my language, Peyton. You're editing Lino edits. I hope you will send them to me if you're on Instagram. I hope you will send them to me when you finish, or like share them to me so I can like and comment and gush over them, because edits are my jam. I think you might know this, but if you don't know this and this was like happenstance, but I'm glad you're here. Also, are you editing content from the fan meeting? Because if so, I definitely need to see them. A side note, friends, Stray Kids had their fan meeting the past 2 nights. And then tonight is the night that I get to watch it live. So like I have to be up. I think I have to be up at like 3 in the morning is when it starts. Is it 3 in the morning? I think it's 3 in the morning. I'll have to double check. But so that's what my night's going to be. I am not getting into bed early either, unfortunately, because this usually runs us until like around 10 o'clock. And then I have to get 10,000 steps in after that. Right now I'm currently at about 5,000. So that takes a half hour-ish, probably. So, and I have to shower off the makeup. So I'm not getting into bed early, but I have to be up early because we can't miss Stray Kids live. Just saying. We talk about how nice this community is. So nice, right? We have really built such like a nice, like inspiring and encouraging little community over here. And amazing. It makes it so it makes me so happy to like do these live streams again and be immersed in it again, because for so long I wasn't doing live streams, and now I'm back and now I get to chat with all you beautiful people, and I love it. Taking a break from schoolwork, I'm going to work on my story of a girl who is going through a writing program at NYCU. Fun. A writing program. Fun. We love. My friend is a special education major, so she's going to be good with kids, but one other person I saw the child go to didn't care much. Yeah, I think that would be me, to be honest. Because I mean, if I was going to enjoy my time, I didn't really go to hang out with kids, which makes me sound very not nice. But I'm just not good with kids, especially if I don't know kids. Like I'm even worse with kids that I don't know, because I'm like, I don't want to come across like weird, but I don't know. I think I overthink things. Max word counts do. It's the same with max page counts. Help? Is that what I asked? I think I asked if you liked them. I'm not sure if I did. We can't allow them since I'm winning their concert. So definitely send them to you. You rock. Let me load up the timer and we'll get started. Oh, I don't even have it. I don't even have the tab open. Goodness me. Crazy kid. Present. Share screen. This one. Boom. Yes. 25 minutes. I'm excited because I'm actually starting on a fresh new chapter. It's like chapter, I don't know what chapter number I'm on, but it's a new chapter. I had know exactly the scene that is coming. So it's like, yes. Yay. 25 minutes on the clock. I'll see you guys in 25 minutes. Best of luck. 3, 2, 1. Let's get started and see where we end up. All right. How did we do? I got 412. I was going to get more, except I went on Twitter for like a brief second to look at one thing. And while I was on Twitter, Stray Kids tweeted that Felix broke his arm. Poor thing. He broke his arm, so he won't be at the fan meeting tonight. Oh, that poor little. That's so sad. Anyway, it totally bummed me out, bummed out my entire mood. So, of course, then I got sucked into like reading all the tweets and, posting about it. I'm just on my K-pop Instagram. Poor little Felix. Boo. Anyway, before 12 is still good before I got distracted. I don't even know what time I got distracted, to be honest. But so, how did everybody else do? I'm diving into structural edits. Haven't looked at the manuscripts in the last weekend because of work. Well, very fun. Very fun. I actually have my developmental edits waiting for me. I got mine back for The Princess and the Fraud yesterday, actually. But I've decided that I'm going to try and get a little bit more done in this book this weekend. And then on Monday, I'm going to jump over to my developmental edits. And I'm worried because I know there's a lot that needs fixing, and I glanced at the document and there's 5 pages of notes, which is a good thing, for my developmental editor, but I'm like, it's going to be an overhaul. But you've got this, I've got this, we've got this. I feel like developmental edits and structural edits, they're like the hardest ones because it's like big picture. Things need to be in the right spot. It's not just fine-tuning a scene you already have. It's like rearranging scenes, making sure every scene is fits and is, solid, and it's not one of my favorite things. Hello. I've been dabbling with a contemporary romance, but I have this fantasy so close to being completely, I feel so guilty trying to work on something else. Well, I would say if you still feel like you can work on your fantasy, I feel like that might be helpful. No, if you're so close to finishing. But if you're in a spot where like you can't focus on the fantasy because the contemporary romance is like distracting you, then I say go after that shiny new idea. But if you're so close and you still feel like you also enjoy working on the fantasy, could just push through. But I love that romance is calling your name right now. I got chapter 2 done. Bullet pointed chapter 3 and created questions for chapter 4. Now I really have stuff to work on the next couple of sprints. Awesome. Great job finishing chapter 2 and bullet pointing chapter 3. Awesome. 1,211 of outlining. That's amazing for 25 minutes. Wow. Amazing. 655. Great job. Done as outline. Gotcha. Well, great job. I didn't do any writing, but I managed to get some of my stuff saved I got from Sam's. Well, hey, we still have 3 sprints, so no worries there. Sorry, I keep forgetting how touchy my little scrolly thing is, and it keeps jumping far. Got my taxes this year. The last 4 years I owed, so it's a nice change, though not much. Well, yay for not having to owe. It is a good feeling, isn't it? I usually always have to owe, so I'm jealous, but it's a good feeling when you do get money back. Just hopping in. Hello. Glad you could hop in. We have 3 left. So but if you're just hopping in to say hello, you're not staying. That's okay too. But glad you could pop in and say hi. I got 377 words done. It's a Korean mafia boss and fashion designer romance. Fun. Mafia boss and fashion design. I love it. Love it. Feeling good. I'm pulling quotes to support my theory for my paper. My goal tonight is to get the quotes and outline done so tomorrow I can just write it. I can just easily write it. Perfect. That sounds like a really, really good plan. Really good plan. Sorry, I heard something upstairs. I think I finally figured out what to put an important scene in my draft, so I finally have that outline / ready to copy and paste. Well, yay for figuring out the important scenes. I feel like I keep saying yay, but like we all have fun things happening right now. Like cool. I'm brainstorming and outlining, so no real word counts for me. That's okay. We still love the productivity out of it. Love it, love it. Hopefully it's going well for you. Hopefully things are flowing easily. I'm at 1,611 total words my essay. I added 243 words to it, especially since I spent the first 10 minutes trying to film an intro since I haven't filmed a weekly vlog in 2 weeks. Lots of productivity over here. Oh my gosh. I picked a new name for a character, but autocorrect suggested a slightly different name. So so you like what autocorrect suggested to you? I'm taking that's what that means. Sorry, type. Oh no, you're okay. It just took me a second. I'm going to beat my husband. He forgot to turn on washer sound that out when I went to put them in the dryer. Forgot to turn on the washer. Oh, he forgot to turn it on like entirely. They forgot to start it. Oh no. Oh no. I like both, to be honest. Wow, dang it. I was like, if they're super similar, you can really only use one, can't ya? Well, dang. Dang. Now I'm curious what it is. But I'll just sit here, my curiosity. It's okay. I am having a terrible time because I have two characters that I have in this story that both start with L, and like I keep getting them so mixed up, but I can't change either of them. So I'm just like I find myself writing one name and then I will go back and reread and be like, that is not who I'm talking about in this scene. Like, dang it. I'm struggling with that. I hope it's not confusing. I don't think it's confusing because for most people it probably will not be confusing, but like in my head I kind of pictured the characters similar looking as well, so they kind of just get interchanged, and that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But I just really want to draft the contemporary romance, but I plan to publish the fantasy book late this year, the first of the series. I fear genre change in publishing will damage my career. I mean, you could always, if you wanted to, you could always publish the romance under a pen name, but like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like people do normally recommend against publishing two different genres under one pen name, so I get where that is coming from. Yeah. That's tough. It's so tough when like you have multiple things pulling at you. Like you also liked your fantasy book, but you also like this romance idea. That's rough. But yeah, a second pen name is not in the question. You know what I mean? Plus two, maybe this contemporary romance is one of those ones like you just want to draft and like maybe you don't feel that pull to edit. Do you know what I mean? For a while. And then when it's time to actually edit this book, it'll be time to publish it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe. And I was planning to go to bed after writing. Dang it. My friend. Oh, I'm sorry. Main character is Isabel Hunter. Fun. Sorry, I'm bouncing my leg under. If you see my shoulders moving, I'm bouncing my leg and my hand is resting on my knee. I don't know, like I feel like antsy. I've been complaining about the outside of my left nostril hurting from the trampoline park. It only hurts when I touch it. Have a different color post-it for each wall with a couple identifying things. Have a color post-it for each wall. Oh, I see. With a couple. The thing is, it shouldn't be. I shouldn't be getting confused. I think. So did I say they both start with L's? And so I think when I type in the L name, my brain automatically thinks it's the other L name, and then I'm not confusing the characters because they're very different in my mind, but it's just like I'm confusing the names. Does that make any sense? Like I type one name when I should be typing the other. I could say it, but if I say the names, it will give it away. Although I'm sure right now we all know what I'm working on. Planning to work on my paranormal cozy mystery for the next round. Want to finish chapter 2. Planning to editing chapter 3. Wrote it and then rearranged the book, switching chapter 2 and 3. Beginnings are hard. Beginnings. Beginnings are the bane of my existence. Beginnings and blurbs. Hate them. I can never settle on a beginning of a book. Ever. I don't think, no, there's one of my books that the beginning was the same, but I cannot remember for the life of me which book that was. It is a rarity that my beginnings don't give me grief. And then my endings too, but it's fine. My friends and I went down a slide one by one. Our stomachs face. We have the veil, which can be seen by magic called Shimmer, and the ghouls can visit our world through magical clock called Skeleton. This is from my book. Interesting. Very cool. That's it's just one of those things. I'll get it. I'll get there. We'll get there. It's just funny. Something that's happening that's just a little silly. Just a little silly. My main character and my Korean mafia boss and fashion designer Choi Ha Jun is completely based on San from AT's when he's dressed in a suit from my SMIT video. Real. Real, Sierra. Real. Like, I have nothing else to add to that, but real. San. San. Is San your bias? I'm curious. I need to record the next sprint. I think it's been a while since I've recorded a writer's video. Weather wired here. Well, fun if you record it. I'm outlining. It's been ongoing for 6 months. Yay me. And hey, that's okay. Sometimes it, like, you just want to get it all locked in an outline, and then you can quick pound it out when you write it. And I keep coming up with different directions the story can go and can't seem to figure anything that sticks, itching to start drafting. Or, maybe for you, maybe you do just dive in and see where the story takes you. Are you normally an outliner? Or is it kind of like one of your first tries? I'm somebody who also gets to that spot. If I ever try to outline a book first, I do not last long before I'm like, I need to start drafting this book. I can't keep sticking in the editing hole. But I do that with names in my fantasy book now. I have Lennox and a ledger. My fingers switch the names even though my brain knows which one. Yes, okay, yes, exactly. That's exactly it. It's like I know the distinction between the characters. Even though they might I know even though they might be similar in my head appearance-wise, they play completely different roles in this book. So I know the character difference. It's just like I'm just like name. Then it's like no, that's not who we're talking about right here. It's funny. It's weird. It's funny. I read on the beginning of the book so many times, and then I just scrapped chapter 1 and made chapter 2, chapter 1, starting in the middle of things worked better for me. Gotcha. I'm a little bit nervous too for me because I have to, my beginning chapter 3 and 4, my editor said, because I skimmed over like the feedback notes. Chapter 3 and 4 were a bit long. It was drawn out, which I also agreed with because I thought my beginning wasn't solid. And so like I'm probably going to have to be in the same boat you did, rearranging chapters and like condensing things and stuff, but it makes for so much work. It's definitely worth it in the long run, but it makes for a slower process. That's for sure. I've decided there's going to be a death that makes Isabel spiral. Amazing. We love deaths that push change upon a character. It's a nice to see love writing cancer. Oh, my friend, me too. It's so nice, right? It's like night and day difference too. And because I went back to watch a few of my old videos today, and there was one. It was back in April, and I distinctly remember that was like the beginning of me being like, oh, I don't want to work on these developmental edits of the Fate Dating the Football Player, because that was the book I was working on at the time. I was like, I don't want to work on these developmental edits. And that was the start of Sarah Sutton's Downward Spiral. That was April 2023. And I feel like my writer's block lasted literally until November 2024. So it feels so good to be back in like the I love what I'm doing headspace, and like the brainstorming. Like I can I never really understood burnout, like ever. I've been writing my whole life, and I had never experienced burnout. No joke. It is no joke. So take care of yourselves, friends. Take breaks, even if you think you don't need to. Even if you think breaks make your writing worse when you get back to it, take breaks, okay? Because taking a week break is much better than taking a 1.5 year long break. My 2 cents. I'm a hardcore plotter. Okay. I gotcha. Well, I'm excited to see if you plot tonight, how it goes. So wait, did you say how much you think you have left? Oh no, you stuck with how many different directions the story can go. I get you. Oh, well, I'm rooting for you. Best of luck, my friend. Best of luck. Hopefully, something sticks in your mind. Hopefully something's like, yes, this is it. Hopefully you get your little eureka moment, epiphany moment. Fingers crossed for you. My fingers are crossed for you. Good Lord. My books never end up like my first outline. Almost everything changes. I feel like my books usually are like that too. They just evolve. Some things might stay the same, but just kind of like my initial outlines are so base level and like boring, and things just evolve as they go. There's a part in my history textbook mentions the King Louis. I almost read that as Lion King for some unknown reason. And the 16th, King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette losing their heads by guillotine. I want to add it to my essay, but I don't know how to word it without saying that. Why don't you want to say it like that? Without saying that. But fun to mention it. Cool. Hello, more thesis writing. Gotcha. Well, best of luck to you. Excited to see how it goes for you tonight. I do not plot. I love to just start and write. I feel like that's fun. Sometimes different stories call for it, but sometimes it is just fun to be like, I'm just diving in. Did I plot The Princess and the Fraud? I don't know if I think I might have done a smidgen. I usually do a smidgen of outlining. A smidgen. Like, but it's nothing like, it's not plot beats, not anything crazy. Maybe like a page max, and then I start writing. And then I regret it, and I get like halfway, and then like, okay, I know enough about my story now to outline some of it. Does that make sense? I'm so proud of you, Sarah, and it's so beautiful watching you find yourself again. Your friends and my favorite stories. That was, my friend. Thank you. It's been a journey. But that's kind of the fun part about YouTube is like, yes, I hated having to document it all in my time of lowness. Like I hated vlogging when I was at my lowest, but like I did it anyway. But now I'm like, I can look back and be like, I was so sad there. And it's so sad to see, but it's also like, I feel so much better now. And so it's nice to see like, yes, I was at a low point, but I got through it. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like I never really talked about how low I was back then anyway, but I feel like I know how I was. And so I know exactly what was going through my head when I was vlogging. And it's just like, we made it out. We made it through. God bless. I legit thought you were saying a frog till you explained it in your mom. I know. I know. And like, I hear fraud, but like, is that just my accent, my Midwestern accent? That's fraud, frog, Princess and the Frog. It's fraud. It is fraud. Yes. FRAUD. Is that how you spell fraud? Fraud. I'm sorry. I should have, I don't know. It's so funny. Just dropping in to say hi, sir. Hello. Tired from outlining all day, but all love to you. All love to you as well, my friend. Spend the rest. Whoa. Cute. Spend the rest of your evening relaxing and treating yourself because you deserve it. Oh, goodness. I think I'm to the bottom of the comments, so we're ready to start our second draft. I have to go upstairs and tell my parents that Felix broke his arm, and they will know nothing of what I'm meaning. But I have to tell somebody in person and be like, guys, this is what happened. 25 minutes on the clock for our first sprint of the night. No, it's not. It is not. For our second sprint of the night. We'll see where we end up in 3, 2, 1. Best of luck. You got this. I feel like that one went by really fast. I came back down at like 15 to the end, so about 15 minutes to write. I don't know where I started. Here? 285. Not great, but not great for me. But we'll get there. I'm having fun. I kind of didn't want the sprint to be over. I was a little sad because I would feel like I was kind of getting in the zone. So maybe I'll make this, we'll keep this talking section shorter. How do we do though? How'd you guys do? What's your word count? What's your, how far did you get? Let me know. 1,149 outlined words this sprint. Wow. So are you outlining on a computer or are you outlining, I'm assuming by on a computer. Duh, Sarah. That was a dumb question. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. It's a dumb question, of course. But that's crazy. That's amazing. Are you outlining by chapters right now? Or I'm just curious. You're going through it. 519 in 10 minutes. Wow, you were on a roll. I love that for you. I think that went way too fast. We got 524 less than the last sprint. 524 less. I don't remember what you got last time, but that's okay. You still got words. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, I feel like that one did go by fast. But that's all right. We still have 2 more. So I added 213 words. Doesn't look like that since the total word count is 1,823. Okay, I added words and trash words. So I managed to word King Louis and did I say Louis earlier? No, I think I said Louis. I'm pretty sure I said Louis. I hope I said Louis because I know it's Louis. It's not Louis. I don't think I said Louis earlier, but King Louis and Marie Antoinette being beheaded in my essay. Well, very nice. I'm glad you can work it in because you wanted to. Yay! Glad you did. Google Docs is free writing chapter outlines. Gotcha. Awesome. Got pizza, editing a bit slow. My brain's not working, thinking I need food. You need food. Hey, maybe you do. Maybe you do. Definitely. Honestly, I had dinner. It was a chicken quesadilla, but I'm still hungry. I'm still hungry. I don't know. I don't want to stop and make me another one for this next sprint because I want to be productive, but I also am thinking about food. I'm sobbing because the idea I tried to, oh my gosh. Sobbing. Then it must have really touched your heart. I love that. It made you so emotional. Honestly, I relate because when I was working on The Princess and the Frog, there was a scene that I wrote that I'm like, why am I crying? I was actually crying. And I feel like that's never happened to me when I wrote books before. So I love those moments. It's only happened to me, I think, once, but I love that it's happening for you. I fixed that scene I started working on in sprint 1. Yay. Thinking about using our last 2 sprints to make a temporary romance now. Okay. Well, see, that's great. That's a good idea to kind of differentiate a little bit. I love that. Working on organizing my desk and it's going so slow. I hate moving. That is a really bad, one of the crummy things about moving is getting everything in place. And at first it can be fun, but then you have so much to do. I feel for you, but it's gonna be great when you get finished, and you're gonna feel so much better. So you've got this. Hang in there. I wrote 391 words at the sprint and a total of 2,187 words for today, with 700 of that being copy and paste. And I'm eating leftover Applebee's. Lovely. Oh, Applebee's sounds so. I haven't had Applebee's in forever. I used to get Applebee's once a week with one of my old friends, but I haven't had it in forever. Oh, you just unlocked a memory in me. Applebee's. Oh, there's a little more I want to add, but it's not much. Gotcha. I don't usually cry if I'm writing. Oh, hang on 1 second. Okay, no, they've got her. Bomie was barking to go outside, but they're letting her out. I feel like it's a rarity. I feel like you don't always connect so deeply with something, but I love it. I got on the stream late, but I was working on chapter 2 of my sci-fi romance novel. It's really nice to see things come to life. Isn't that fun? That's one of the cool things about writing too, is you have visions in your head and you're actually realizing them. You know what I mean? I love that. I love that so much when you see a story unfold. It's working like that with this book right now. Like I always had this book idea perfect in my head, but I can never get it to kind of unfold just right. It's going well. It's going very well. Sometimes I'd be in my car writing an emotional scene in my head for a book and just be cry driving. That's funny. That's funny. This is on chapter 4 that I'm sobbing to. It's going to be an emotional journey writing Project Skeleton. Well, best of luck to you, friend. I'm excited to join you on the way. Topics I'm writing my essay on are actually topics I like, so I feel like I'm yapping about them, but also getting a lot of words in my essay. Hey, that's okay. Yap away. Like you're still, you're still following the guidelines of the assignment. So that's awesome. I like that you can work in what you want into it. I think I'm going to start chapter 2 on our first day of college. Fun. I haven't had Applebee's since my senior prom in high school 2 years ago. I'm trying to think of the last time I had it. I might have DoorDashed it at one point, but I know for a fact I stopped hanging out with that friend September of 2023. So at least I haven't gone to Applebee's since then, which isn't as long, but it was the bourbon chicken and shrimp. So good. The bourbon chicken. I always get the bourbon steak. Is that what it's called? Bourbon street steak, something like that. That's what I used to get. And then their chocolate lava cakes. So good. So good. When I wrote a series online for free to share with others, I was sobbing on one part because it was touching, but a father wasn't sobbing. Maybe think it's just me and the story wasn't as good. Sometimes things just touch us differently than, some readers would also cry with you. I feel like I've had people say that they've cried over my stuff before. And like I said, I haven't really cried over books that I've written before. So like it might not touch their heart. You know what I mean? That's okay. Touch yours. That's all right. That's all right. So that follower didn't know. Actually, to pop off helping his siblings with homework. Well, have a good rest of your afternoon or night. And best of luck to the sibling with homework. Hopefully it's nothing too hard, like math. I'm so glad I'm done with history. I didn't mind history so much, but math. Math and I were not besties. Math and I still aren't besties. Math and I, no. I've only gone for dessert since it was always 10 or 11 at night when I'd go. Their chocolate cakes are really good. Really good. I don't know where to go for chapter 5. We haven't interacted with Reed yet, so maybe we need a scene with Reed as she starts processing. Reed is a ghost hunter that stays at the motel for research. Interesting. I mean, you could do a scene with Reed. Love that. Math. No, same. Horrible. Bye. Sarah, Math, and I are besties. No, we're not. Yes. It's so funny because like I actually had to buy an algebra textbook to even like write anything about Maisie. And it is so funny because I got an email from somebody. It was so funny. I couldn't help but laugh. They were saying like I had written this math character so well, and it was so refreshing that they found an author who was as intelligent as they were. And they're like, I don't ever see people write math accurately, and like I can tell you're intelligent by the way you wrote the equations and stuff. And I'm just like, did I really fake it that well? It was a really, I mean, I just couldn't help but laugh. I'm like, I know nothing about math. I know nothing about math. And so to get an email that's like, I can tell you're intelligent. I'm like, hate to break it to you. I'm really not. Not when it comes to math. But, we live and learn. We write characters that are nothing like us. And it kind of makes us fun. It makes us as more well-rounded. Wow. That was English. Like writing Maisie was horrendously hard, but in The Princess and the Frog, he plays the piano, she plays the cello, and like learning about that and like all the intrinsic tiny little details of like the music side of things and the music community, music theory, all the fun like nitty-gritty stuff. Learning about that was so fun. Learning about math, no, not fun at all. Lord, not the math hate. No, pure math hate right here. Hate it. Horrible. What? I took adulting math and just taught me math and the thing I would need for life. It was fun, like how to write checks, calculate food prices, like family size. It's always the best to deal. Oh, there's another one. I feel like if it was realistic, like life math, I might not hate it as much, but I definitely so much so hate like the crazy math, like calculus. Things that you just wouldn't use in day-to-day life. The complex equations and stuff. No, thank you. Goodbye. No. Rude would be her way of externally processing. I think of this paradigm equipment by friend, sister, internal way of processing. Actually, skeleton, the magic clock. Well, I am glad that things are going well for you, my friend. I'm glad that you seem to be knowing, how you want things to go. That's great. That's also me. I don't know if I don't know something, I go straight to the internet to find something. Even if I gotta buy something that I'm probably not gonna use anytime after. Yeah, same. I don't know. The algebra textbook somewhere. I saw it the other day when I was going through my stuff. It was good for marketing pictures too, But math was not fun to learn about. Music though was very fun. Videos edited and rendering. Epic, epic, epic. We got some literally laughing. You definitely faked it well. I knew you and math were frenemies, yet was convinced, and you knew it was up. Good Lord. I thought it was so funny when I got that email. And I also felt like a little offended because I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about. So to be like, I was like, it's fine. But yeah, I'm glad I fooled somebody that it seemed like I knew what I was doing. Math. When I change a major, I put so much weight on picking something where I wouldn't have to take any more math classes. Oh, I bet I would have done the same thing. No more math. No. I'm taking survey of calculus this semester after I failed attempts at trigonometry. Lord have mercy, I don't know which is worse. All this for dang business degree. Survey of calculus doesn't even sound fun. Doesn't even sound good. I have nothing else to. I don't necessarily know the difference between calculus and trigonometry, but survey of calculus doesn't even sound like something I would even remotely. I can't wait to see what become of it for music. I took 5+ years of piano lessons and have a cello. Let's see how well you do. Let's see how well I do. Are you ever up for like a beta read? I barely passed math in high school or grade school, and that was 30 years ago too. I loved my math teacher personally. Like, she was a nice person. She was a very nice person. She was a terrible teacher. She's probably better now, but she was a terrible teacher. I also had terrible classmates that distracted her nonstop. But if I hated math and she was teaching it, I can't even imagine how much I would hate math if somebody else was teaching it. No joke. I got lucky and took algebra for 3 years. Algebra 1 and algebra 1A and then 1B for the slow kids. That's funny. I'm of the belief that calculus is in its own category. I like math and I'm doing math, but I still can't get behind calc, though I'm understanding it more than I did before. Okay. Well, and it's so true that there's some people just, you just like math and you enjoy doing math, and I love that for you. And if I ever have a math question, I need to come to you, Ken, because where were you when I was writing Maisie's book? Come on. Oh my gosh. But I guess I also just don't know the difference between math stuff. Like, to me, like trigonometry, geometry, calculus. Is there one other one that's math related? But they all just fall under that category. I don't know exactly what trig is and like what calculus is. I don't know what those things are. I just know they're hard. I was never smart enough to get into calculus in high school. Calculus was the advanced course for seniors, I think. And I was not advanced. I was in something called senior math. Does that sound advanced to y'all? It wasn't like that was like the baseline math for seniors, but like that even doesn't even sound, I don't know. It was dumb. Triggers the path to hell and calculus hell itself. That's funny. That's good. Work that into a book if you ever write one and mention math. Use that. Use that. Funny enough, one of my characters in my book is a calculus, so this is inevitable. Yes, that's funny. I'm getting my bachelor's in creative writing, fiction, and English, and after I have 15 days of my math course and then more math victory speech. Good. Huh? Lord, math. I feel like if you need a math course for, that's dumb. Math, you have to take a math course for a bachelor's in creative writing. Dumb. Physics is more. Is physics science more? It is, eh? Physics, chemistry, and genetics. That's more science, right? ACE literature studies, though. Same. I'd love to be able Oh, I'll reach out when it's time, friend. I'm telling you. Funny. Oh, we will get started in a hot second. Don't worry. Funny enough, one of my characters is one of my books. Oh, I already read that one. I'm so happy that I don't have to take any more general education classes. Since I'm a history education major, most of my time will be taking history classes and education classes. Well, yay. Yay. That'll be after the school year is over. Gotcha. Well, yay. I had to take AP Calculus in high school and I felt like a demon eating a hole through my brain. I bet. My friends, so like in my freshman year. So I was in advanced courses in middle school. I was always a year ahead in middle school. And then it came to freshman year and I had the option to continue being a year ahead. And then I'm like, why am I doing that? Why would I do that? Why, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really see the point of it. And so I'm like, no, I'm just going to hang back and take all of the classes, like to be in my grades. I'm not a year ahead. Saved me so much stress. I think physics is a combination of math science. You're right. I never took it. That was not what I didn't take. They offered it, but I didn't take it. I think I just took chemistry. I think it was a choice between physics or chemistry. I think a lot of higher math need more time and more explanation, and one semester does not do that at all. My teacher now is blazing through it, which makes me even... I feel like blazing through math is not doable. Like, I don't know. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. Because I can be an editor after I'm done, which I need to get into being a sensitivity reader in the math is for modern problem solving. The math isn't as hard as I thought it would be. I'm at a C class. Okay. I see. That makes a little bit of sense then. I was in college for zoology, then switched over to English study because why would I need to know math for swimming with dolphins? That's true. That's funny. That's so funny. There's so many things that go on that like you never would have thought would be a thing, and they are. That's another thing. Like when I was in high school, I was offered my sophomore year to be part of like the National Honor Society, I think that's what it was called. And like you had to do like so many certain credit hours and all these things and volunteering, and you had to do a speech at the like, it's not inauguration. That's not the word. I can't remember what the word it is that they like induction. That's a word that, you know, they bring you into the society or whatever. You have to do a speech and all these things. And everyone was telling me I should do it. And so I could look great on college applications. And I'm like, even back then, I'm like, I don't know if I want to go to college. And so I'm like, why would I do this if I don't want to go to college? So glad I didn't do it because I didn't go to college. If I had done all that, like, you know, things on the off chance if I did choose to go to college and I didn't, like, am I making any sense? But it's just one of those things. And I'm like, anyway, I'm passionate about that still because my cousin, she was in honor society too, and she hated every single second of it. And I remember thinking, I'm so glad I didn't do this. I'm so glad I wasn't like pulled into it. I already read that one. Why do you need math and English degree if it has nothing to do with my freaking major? I'm telling you, that's strange. Never had to do math for my English studies degree. Okay, so it's just different colleges have different things. Makes sense. The National Honor Society is such a scam. You pay for it, and it really means nothing except that you paid a fee. And you do so much work. Because I remember my friends, they all had like hours of volunteering they had to do. And I'm like, I'm too lazy for this. My thing is sci-fi info. Like half my ideas involve sci-fi elements. I get anxious about what I should know. Gotcha. Then there's a lot of sci-fi element stuff too. Like you would constantly be learning about sci-fi stuff, like building your. So that I get that. I completely get that. All right, third sprint. We ready? Oh, what time is it anyway? 8:45. Wow. Okay. 8:45. We can do this. Oh, I almost pressed end stream. What am I doing? I'm starting this sprint. Lord, have mercy on my soul. All right. 25 minutes on the clock. We shall see where we end up. Hopefully we end up in good spots. Rooting for you all. In 3, 2, 1. Let's get started. Best of luck. Yay. How'd we do? How'd we do? Oof, I don't remember where I started. Jeez, did I not get far at all? Maybe I did. 389. Could have been better. I'm about to start the scene that I wanted to get to. So, heck yeah. I'm excited. I feel like there needs to be maybe a scene between these two, but for now I'm just writing it as is, and we'll add a scene later if we need to. But I feel really good about it. So, Jade, hello. I think we have one left, so perfect timing. Perfect timing. Started a recent vlog because I didn't have enough time to start anything to the sprint. The frog tangent is ending me. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you what. I'm telling you. I will say, if someone thought it was frog, they didn't go to Amazon to pre-order. I'm just joking. But I never really realized it until I actually on that vlog, the vlog before that, there was 2 people who didn't know, which is okay. But before that, I've gotten a few comments that were like, I keep thinking you're saying frog. And I'm like, well, dang it. It's just my fraud. I don't know. But I did go, I was just like lost in the sauce of, these words sound different to me. I got Act 1 outlined and drafting schedule for Project Skeleton. Awesome. Oh my gosh. You really crushed it, that one. That sprint. Awesome. Drafting schedule's fun. Oops. 454. I was distracted, but I'm enjoying the scene. That's great. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I got 250 words on my mystery project and doom scrolled on Amazon for the last 7 minutes of the sprint. That's all right. Hey, 250 is great on a mystery project. We love. Scrolling on Amazon gets me a lot. Poorly, my brain not braining did a lot of woodworking this morning. Learned to use a router. So I think my brain is done. Goodness. Ugh, what a day for you. T. 483 words. Hadrian is crushing hard on the girl he's supposed to protect. I feel like my second act is when all hell breaks loose with the couple. I have a strong feeling. Oh, I love. I'm excited to hear more as it progresses. It's a cute pun though, like these times. I was actually shocked that when I did an Amazon search that nobody had used that before. Shocked. And I don't even remember how it occurred to me either. Because I think that was the only title I had ever considered for that book, The Princess and the Fraud. Gosh, I really don't remember how it occurred to me. That's my thing. People ask me for advice on how to title things, and I'm like, they really just kind of come out of the blue, unfortunately. Like Teaching Teacher's Pet, I felt like I was so proud of that one, and I'm like, that one really just came to me, unfortunately. But yeah, I was shocked that nobody had used that before because I feel like that's a really good one. I caved and switched to my contemporary romance and got 422 words. Lovely. Weren't you going to, though? I thought, am I misremembering? I thought you, maybe I just recommended you to, but 422, awesome. I think we're all used to The Princess and the Frog, so that's what we hear. Probably, to be honest. Probably. And plus, too, like, fraud is a very different word, so that makes sense. 556 this sprint, epic. Also, too, speaking of The Princess and the Frog, like, it kind of follows a similar vibe to The Princess and the Frog. Like, you know, we have a rich man who, I'll spoil it a little bit for you. A rich man who is cut off from his parents, is wanting to marry for love, not love, is wanting to marry for money, not love. And the main character who has this goal, what she's trying to accomplish, and she decides, like, she figures out a way that she can utilize him to achieve this goal. So it's kind of, it's like a little bit of a retelling in a way. I never drafted it for that. And maybe that's what I Now that I'm saying it out loud, maybe that's kind of how I got the title. Because I remember I was talking to my cousin about this book, and I had said it's like, oh, it's kind of like, because I was describing Aaron, how he is not marrying for love, he is marrying for money. He's going to be using somebody for their money, and I was trying to I was like, no, but he's gonna be a good guy. Like he's a good guy. I was like, he's kind of like the guy from The Princess and the Frog. And I'm like, you know what? She's a waitress, he's rich, I was like, it kind of gives Princess and the Frog vibes. Maybe that's how that came about. That's probably it. That feels like forever ago that her and I had that conversation. It could have been, to be honest. I feel like I've had this title for a while, but yeah. So it's got a similar sort of like character, ish. So I mean, it does kind of work if anyone goes into it thinking it's like a retelling in a little bit of a way. I don't think I wrote too much. Spent a little time editing what I had before. Keep wondering how many words are too much for a chapter in romance. Gotcha. I feel like, honestly, it can go either way. Normally, my chapters are 10 pages in double space. I don't usually keep track of the word count, but yeah. This paper outline is getting there. My goal for this first part of the paper is to get to 1.5 pages, and I'll be back. Nope. And I'll be on track the length the final paper needs to be. Okay. Well, I'm glad it's getting there. 660 words. Woo. Yay. Lovely. I'm thinking about reading for the rest of the live. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out eventually. Well, if you figure out what you're reading, if you're still here at the end, you have to tell us what you decided to read. Goodness, I fought the battle of titles for so long, and yes, I did plan to switch, but I almost didn't because my annoying brain thinks I should stick to a fantasy book. I get you. Sometimes we just need a little bit of a breather from the book we're working on and need to start something fresh. So that's all right. I love it. Does sound like it works. Yeah. Just got here. Never made to a live stream before. Well, Summer, welcome in. You are just in time. We have one last writing sprint, so perfect timing. I'm excited you're here. Yay. I'm excited to do a reread of Love and Other Champagne Problems, and Princess and the Fraud comes out to read The Princess and the Fraud right after. Yes, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna work so well, and I know a lot of people are worried about hating Aaron still, but my editor said that the first chapter really helped her kind of pull into him, like him a little bit more, and that was my intention. So I feel like we're gonna like him. I feel like y'all are gonna like him because I like him a lot in the book, in The Princess and the Fraud. I like him a lot. Did not like him one bit in Love and Other Champagne Problems, but it's all about perspective, you're writing. We saw him from Margot's point of view. Margot hates him, right? Margot does not like Aaron Astor. She likes Sumner Pennington. So Margot's gonna look at Aaron and be like, he's not that handsome. He's not, he doesn't have nice hands. She's gonna say all these things about him because she doesn't like him, because she's got a confirmation bias going on. And it makes sense, but then we get to see him from somebody else's perspective in the next book, and it's like I really liked playing around with that. People will see him differently, and so we get to describe him differently. So Margot might have thought he was short in The Princess and the Fraud, but my main character, nope, in Love and Other Champagne Problems, but my main character in The Princess and the Fraud, she is short herself. So to her, Aaron is going to seem tall. To her, Aaron will seem handsome because maybe she finds Aaron's features more attractive than Margot would have. Do you know what I mean? And so I feel like that was really fun to tackle. The differences and pointing them out, because otherwise it would seem like inconsistencies between the books, plot holes in a way in between the books. But it's not a plot hole. It's just a different character's perspective on the same character. Do you know what I mean? So it's just really fun to navigate. I did that a little bit in the Most Likely To series with the principal. I feel like everybody had a different viewpoint on the principal, and kind of tackling how she is with each individual person was really fun. So I had a little bit of practice with that when it came to Aaron. So it's just fun. My titles are pretty straightforward. Luckily, my book takes place at the Solstice Court, so the Solstice Court it was. I love that so much. I love that. We love straightforward titles. I am somebody who loves tropey titles too. Like who was I listening to that said tropey titles were cringe? Like Teaching the Teacher's Pet, Dream of the Boy Next Door, Fake Dating the Football Player. I love, like, you look at my books and you know exactly what you're getting. You know what I mean? I love that for me. So I feel like it's easy for me to come up with titles. But like if you want something that's a little bit more, you know, I don't know. Young adult romance, I feel like is really easy to come up with titles. But I love the Solstice Court. That sounds beautiful. Yes, he's good. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes, we are fans, you know, and we'll make him much cuter in the next draft, my friend Robin. So like you saw him in his rough stages, but you know, I feel like Aaron is that guy. One gets so many different opinions, but then we read his journal thoughts or through different point of view. We're all going to be like, he's so sweet and amazing. We will see. We will see, won't we? I'm excited. I'm so excited. I can't even. Perspective is fun because there's someone for everyone. I think that's really cute. Exactly. I've been racking my brain on which one of your books to start with. Which one do you recommend? I'm trying to support all my other friends. I would say start with. Honestly, I usually do recommend the Most Likely to series, Teaching the Teacher's Pet, Enemies to Lovers, Tutoring the Star Football Player. I do recommend that one. I feel like this series, the Most Likely to series, is my strongest series. Don't ask me why I have the books right next to me. Don't ask. Okay? Or rack your brain. Maybe you'll find out if you were not at last week's live stream. I do think that one's my strongest series because obviously I'm like in comparison to the Love in Fenton County series. I do say Love and the Champagne Problems could be a good one to read, but I feel like if you're into the young adult romance scene, you'll love Teaching Teacher's Pet and this whole series. So that's usually what I recommend nowadays. I feel like I should, like, you know, usually you like, oh, start with the first book that the person's written, but like I feel like the Most Likely to series is my strongest, you know, is stronger than my first series. Obviously, because we all grow as we continue on down our little journeys. So, yeah. Aaron gives misunderstood energy. I'm here for, honestly. Aaron does not have his priorities straight. I will say that. And he needs to get his priorities straight. But I would say he's misunderstood too. But like also his priorities are in the wrong spot. I've been doing a short story with AI and it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Man, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! For its writing. Yu-Gi-Oh! Fun. It helps show that it helps show what you're selling and not cringe, just well marketed. That's my argument about it. That's what I say. Because like I don't know. I just love those kind of titles. Like, yeah, somebody else has a title. Oh, Kelsey Stelting. She has a series like Curvy Girls Can't Date. Like Curvy Girls Can't Date quarterbacks, or is it football players? I can't remember if it's quarterbacks. But like, you know exactly what you're getting. And I'm like, oh, I eat it up. I love it. I love it so much. Exactly. Yes, you know what you're getting from a title. I love it. I struggled for years with the title of my fantasy, and I finally figured it out. My friend loves the title too, so I'm starting to feel confident with it, but it took forever. And sometimes they do. Sometimes they do take so long to just like stick, you know, nail down. So, but I love that you got it. I'm excited when you get to share it. Aaron misunderstands himself at this point and leaves the rest of us shaking our heads. Yeah, he makes decisions that are like, dude. What are you doing? But we'll get there. He'll get there. You know, he just needs someone to guide him. Someone who may or may not be a girl named Lovey, you know? I still haven't read any of your books because I'm in a tight book budget at the moment, but every vlog I watch makes me want to grab. They will be here when you're ready. So don't feel rushed. Don't feel like it's okay. They'll be here when you're ready. And you know, I don't know. I'm honored that you want to read them, but you know, don't feel like you have to. I haven't read young adult in years. I love a cute romance, spice or not, if it piques my interest in there. As a spicy romance author, I need to breathe different concept. Well, if you do like more adult scenes, the Love and Champagne Problems might be more up your alley because that's new adult. So they're like early 20s. So if you want that, that's also one that I recommend if you are into it. It's still sweet, so it's no spice, but yeah, if you're into the more aged up characters. That's probably the two that I would recommend the most, is Teaching the Teacher's Pet because it's the first in the series, and then Love and Other Champagne Problems because it's my latest. So, yeah. Wow. We ready for our final sprint? Final one of the night, and then I gotta go walk 5,000 steps. Love that for me. And then I gotta go to bed because then I gotta get up at 3 in the morning. Wow. Crazy times over here. 25 minutes on the clock for our final sprint of the night. We shall see where we end up in 3, 2, 1. Best of luck, friends. Okay. How did we do? So I didn't do well at all because I didn't do anything at all. I had chips and salsa instead of working. That's all I was doing. Not all. I went upstairs, talked to my parents a little bit, and then came back downstairs and had some chips and salsa, and it was delicious. So, how did you guys do? Hopefully better. I don't know what I was gonna say. It's 9:52. Oh, so I have to hop off in like a minute or two. Like I'm at 5,074 steps. So like I said, I think that's about a half-ish hour-ish. You know, maybe a little bit more. Which is okay because I have a Netflix episode to watch, and then we'll shower, and then we'll quick go to bed, then wake up. Actually, I really have to wake up at like 2:45 because the thing starts at 3. So we really have to be up. We have to be up before that because I have to set up the TV. It's gonna be fun. I also forgot to buy an energy drink for the occasion, so hopefully my coffee will suffice. We shall see. I think I'm here. I'm writing a future scene, and he's having a Megara moment from Hercules when she sings her song while listening to Sriracha. Like Sriracha, the song, or songs by Sriracha? Because either way, amazing. Love this. I'm happy you. I'm glad you interjected from Hercules when she sings her song, because I forgot Megara. Megara? Is that how you say that? I forgot what that was from. Who she was from. So that helped. I'm gonna do it again. I hit 1 tab dinner. Yeah, I feel like the last one I'm always like, I always fall off. So, I struggle. I ended up doom scrolling on Facebook Reels instead of reading, and then cleaned my dishes from dinner. Well, cleaning is good, and doom scrolling, like, we all just need time to just scroll. That's all right. Almost 300, not too bad. Not bad at all. Doom scrolled and bought books on my Kindle, maybe too many books. Also started sketching what skeleton clock looks like. Fun. We all were doom scrolling this sprint. Love that for us. Dedication, I swear. I feel like I'm getting a little too old for this. It's fine. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have fun. 500, no, why do I keep saying that? 454 words for round 4. Overall, 1,705 words total for the live stream. I worked on a spicy scene for a future chapter. Lovely. Ooh, I love it. 549 words in this romance. Inciting incident is essentially done. The next scene should have the love interest. We love. So the song Sriracha. Okay, fun. Good. I never really listened to too many of like the songs solely by Sriracha before, but like I came across a few, and I've been working my way through them. They're so fun. It's so fun to hear how different their voices are, especially like with their rapping, how young they sound. But Sriracha is also a good one, a good song. I got 737 this sprint, and altogether I wrote 1,916 during the sprint. That's crazy. That's so good. Ran chapter 20 of Unwillfully Tied to My Valentine. Oh, I love that title. I was going to read Assassin's Blade from the Throne of Glass series, but never got to it. Gotcha. It'll still be waiting for you, though, so that's okay. I got a few chapters added to the new outline I'm making after revising draft 3. Awesome. Great job for adding some new chapters to the outline. Great job. Still need to go put the clothes in the dryer. Oh, my friend, I'm so sorry. With how things are going, my goal of finishing my first ever draft of anything, I may be able to push it to the end of summer, which is exciting. Beyond exciting. That is so cool. Oh, we're rooting for you over here. We're rooting for you. And we will root for you every single time you show up and inform us of your progress. Love that. Love that. Been working on my character who's having dreams about her dead sister. Epic. Drama. We love. I really need to order a new keyboard. I've lost the USB plug to the one I normally use. Recommendations are so welcome. I would recommend this one, but it's not the best, to be honest. And like, It's kind of hard to learn. So if anybody else has any recommendations, let us know. It's hard for my fingers to like fit the keys because they're kind of small keys. Not my favorite. Wouldn't totally recommend it. Plus, too, mine comes with a mouse attached. So I don't know if that's not a good thing or not, but that is it for our sprint today. We're going to be going live again next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're not doing anything next Saturday, come join us again. Oh. I'll be going back to the Ballad of Poison and Process later tonight. I think I'm excited after getting to this contemporary romance obsession off my chest. I mean, I love that you're excited after, like, you know, it was kind of what you needed it was kind of what you needed. So I love that for you, friend. I like Morphe keyboards and Amazon. Good to know. So friend, try that one out. Yes, thank you. Yes, I'll see you guys hopefully next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be working on my other book by then, so crazy. Hopefully we're going well at that point in time. Fingers crossed. Thank you again for coming. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or night, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.